Geminis, welcome to Enchanted Cottage. We're going to do your reading for the week. It's been a little bit since we've read for you. This is for folks who have Gemini's sun placement, moon, rising, or Venus in their chart, okay? And if you don't know that, as always, I put a link in the description box below this video, how to get that information for free, right? You just click on the link, put in a little bit of information, and boom, you got a free birth chart, right? So I've tweaked the readings just a little bit in the last couple of days. I've been thinking about this. We're going to start out with the love portion of the reading, right? We're going to look at people who are dealing with people. Then we're going to go to singles. Then we're going to go to single, but not looking right now, kind of parked and kind of taking a break, maybe doing some healing and that sort of thing. And then we're going to take a peek at your money and your family dynamic as well. Okay, Gems? So here we go. All right, the first part of the reading is this. If you are dealing with someone, okay, you may be thinking about someone from your past. You may be in a relationship, situationship, right? Crushing on somebody. Any of those may apply to this part of the reading, right? So let's get started, Geminis. We're going to give one more shuffle and then cut the deck real good for you. That's just what I'm feeling we should do. Okay. All right, Gemini, let's give it a good cut. We're going to get their energy, your energy, and we're going to look at the probable outcome of where you may be headed. Okay. All right. So we have earth energy, water, possibly fire, Libra specifically, and earth again. Those things may or may not mean anything to you, okay? The most important thing, as always, I say this, is the message, right? Okay. All right. You know what, Gems? I don't know what you're doing, but something is going well, okay? I like your cards. I'm just going to say that. You've got some bumps in the road, but you know what? I think you're going to be okay. That's the short version, but let's break it down for you. All right. So in your person's energy, there is literally the knight in shining armor of the tarot deck, the Knight of Cups, okay? That's the love offer from someone that is probably a strong soul connection, or at least that person sees this as a strong soul connection, an intense connection anyway, okay? You know, you also have, over here, you know, the Six of Pentacles, okay, which it can speak to abundance, but I'm seeing some things here that make me think maybe otherwise. I'm seeing some issues, okay? They're workable, throughable. You know, that's proper grammar, right? Workable, throughable, right? As I'm looking at this. And, you know, that's always, or not always, but a lot of times the case when both parties are willing to come together and work through things. Okay. But, okay, you got in your person's energy the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, meaning someone kind of feels stuck, stagnant, at a standstill. There's a feeling of not moving forward. That is a major arcana, so that's going to be a major influencer in this part of the reading. Okay, Gems? All right, on your side, at the heart of the spread, we've got the Justice card, okay, the Libra card many times. And then on each side of it, you have a couple of cards that are a little bit weird, okay? You've got the Four of Pentacles, okay? Somebody is very guarded, okay? Probably with their emotions, okay? Or holding back, just not, you know, giving of themselves maybe, or, you know, guarded, or either holding on too tight. It can mean a lot of different things. But I think you guys are working through some issues and you need some balance in the situation. And I don't know what it is. The Six of Pentacles can speak to a need for balance sometimes. But, you know, I'm seeing this Justice card too, along with some other kind of caution lights. I would not call these red lights. I would call them caution lights, meaning, okay, you got to get to work or you know what can happen, right? Heartbreak Hotel, okay? Throwback time. I'm probably, you know, showing my age from remembering what my mother used to play when I was a little kid. But anyway, I digress. Okay, you've got the Seven of Wands, okay? the Seven of Wands is definitely a very positive card that's in your energy. You know, but it's almost like I see it with all this other stuff, and I think somebody's fighting some battles, okay? And it may be internally, okay? And that may be why this stuck feeling is in the energy of your person, okay? Because maybe they see that you are working on some things, okay? This could go either way, okay? In these strong soul connections, and you've heard me talk about this in my videos recently where I've talked about soul connections, you know, many times when there is that intense connection, there is, you know, that dynamic of holding up the mirror to each other. So it could be on both sides that you're seeing that in each other, and it's both happening in each other, okay? I'm just saying that. But you know, the Seven of Wands is a card of victory, and it, you know, it's a card of taking action, very gifted in the ability to be successful. Okay, there is mutual admiration on both sides. I really think that, okay, that's what I'm getting. I mean, the Seven of Wands can speak to that, and of course, the Knight of Cups is brimming with emotion, okay? So, you know, I do see a lot of potential here, and here's why, you know, I think you guys are working through some things, okay? That's what I think. And I think you must be doing something the right way, or you're kind of, you know, in the right frame of mind, because, you know, okay, let's just give you some advice with these cards too. You know, the Seven of Wands, the advice on that is now is the time to move forward in pushing beyond your normal limits, right? You know, this may be speaking to ramping up your energy work, okay? I'm just going to say that could definitely be, you know, the situation. The Wheel of Fortune, okay, you know, definitely speaks to, you know, changing your outlook and trusting the process, right? Trust the process, and, you know, don't fight the flow whenever it's, you know, whenever it's going on. Flow and accept and go along with the universe rather than trying to work against it. Okay, I think you're doing that, right? I mean, and there may have been even some unfairness in the situation. Sometimes when the Justice card comes with, you know, that situation, that may be why being guarded, having up walls, that sort of thing is in your energy, okay? Maybe that's something that you're fearing, and be careful about being fearful, okay, Gemini? Because here's why. You know, if you're so focused on what you don't want to happen, that's what you're going to manifest, because it's what you're focused on and what you're expecting, or, you know, fearing, because it's in your, you know, those words of, you know, I'm fearing that I'm going to get cheated on or lied to or stolen from or whatever, you know, whatever. I mean, you know, relationship debacles can manifest in so many different ways. We, you know, certainly know that. But I think whatever you're doing, I think you're on the right track, right? But, you know, don't be overly greedy, and don't feel like you're owed something either. That's some of the advice that I get. Make sure when you give, it's from the heart, not expecting behaviors or allegiance or agreement with your opinions in return for things that you do for your person, and vice versa. I mean, that advice is, you know, it's going to go both ways, okay? Observe and listen to one another. That's the Justice card advice, okay? But here we go. Okay, I'm going to tell you how this is coming out, which is pretty interesting. You know, in your final outcome cards, you had water energy, Aries specifically, and you have the Magician. And some people do associate the Magician card with Geminis, okay? Some people say that, some people say the Lovers. And so I just throw that out either time, whether I get either card. That's at the center of the spread, which is pretty cool. Kind of shows you stepping into your power. And you're flanked, which, you know, the Magician is a major arcana, again, a major influencer. You're flanked by the Empress, okay? Definitely a great card to have. You know, speaks to the potential for something long-term. You know, it's a nurturing energy, very balanced, okay? Speaks to, you know, long-term commitment many times, and can speak to motherhood, okay? Maybe there's children involved in the situation, or maybe they're coming, okay? Or maybe this is just picking up on some of you guys who are parents, okay? Could be. On the other side of the Magician, you've got the Queen of Cups. I mean, very, very nurturing energy, okay? Unconditional love there. Now, the Queen of Cups does come with a little caveat saying just be careful to not neglect yourself when you're doing for other people. Okay, so you know but you know when the Queen of Cups comes and it's alongside the Empress and the Magician, to me, I think you're headed the right direction. There may be some things that you still need to be working through, which is why these other cards are kind of showing up. So, but you know, I'm here to say that I think whatever, you know, you're trying to do or doing, or whatever you're trying to see, it's coming. Okay, I see that. And you know what? I really believe that when you sincerely are trying to do things in an upright way, walk with integrity in your life in general, right? I think the right things that you need to know are going to come to you at the right time. So I say to you guys that are dealing with someone, don't neglect your energy work, right? Which is always done independently of each other, right? Gemini, you know that. And it takes both parties working through and having a continuous, you know, commitment to continue doing, you know, their energy work, right? And I talk extensively about that in many of the videos on the playlist called Self-Improvement on my channel. And there are other videos in there that I find helpful in, as it relates to doing energy work and just kind of learning, okay? And I tweak that playlist a lot. All right, if you're single as a Pringle, this part of the reading is for you. And I just saw the thing and it said 11:11 on the clock. Whoa, love, love, love it. Awesome. Okay, if you're single as a Pringle, right? Let's do this. Let's see what kind of energies you may have coming in for option or options. Okay, sometimes we get multiple energies. And any red lights, green lights, and that sort of thing. Things that you just need to be mindful of what might be coming in. Okay, what might you need to watch for. Okay, and that can go good, medium, or bad, right? So we're just going to see. Okay, all right, gems. Let's see what's up. All right, well, okay. Okay, here's your heads up, Gemini. Beware of a drama king or queen, okay? You've got the Five of Wands. Fire energy. You also have the Libra card, again, Justice card, okay? And you have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Whoever this is may be kind of bored or stagnant. Don't let somebody suck you in, you know, and, you know, be very intuitive. See, here's the thing. If you're doing your energy work and you're meditating, you're going to have the intuition to catch that crap off the bat, okay? I mean, I could tell you some funny, hilarious stories, because, you know, I mean, I have people that message me sometimes, you know, and it, you know, I mean, I can spot that, you know, I used to just fall right for it. I mean, I really did. I'm not joking. But like now, I mean, it's like, oh, come on, I know your game. And sure enough, man, the conversation will go on, you know, because I'll talk to them because, you know, I'm not mean, okay? And I mean, and I'm really like, you know, okay, well, maybe they need to hear from me and I can give them some advice, right? I can, you know, put some tools in their hands. And I'm not going to date them, okay? But maybe I can just, you know, send them a little link and, you know, wish them, you know, happiness and peace, but just not here at my table, right? Okay. But, you know, this is the thing. If you sharpen that intuition and these energies come around, even when you're high vibrational, initially people do find that attractive. Now, it won't be long that that's going to repel because you're not vibrationally a match, okay? You know, so even if you did, you know, even try to, you know, entertain that kind of energy and you're high vibing, either one of two things is going to happen. Either you're going to lower your vibe and you're going to forever regret doing that, or you're going to repel and it's just going to kind of crumble before it even really gets off the ground. Okay. And I just kind of nicely just cut that stuff at the, you know, at the jump. Okay. But okay, beware of drama kings or queens, right? Beware of people who are out of balance in their life where they're overly focused on, and it may be their family, their career, an ex, I don't know, but something, or, you know, maybe they're just, you know, there's not a balance between their spirituality and this life that we walk through in the 3D. So just watch that, okay? And that stuck energy, Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, okay? So, you know, that's kind of what your heads up are right now. You know, now you may have another person coming in that is very balanced. And, you know, so I do see that this could be maybe a couple of options. But for the most part, gems, this week, I'm seeing a big caution, okay? Kind of like, you know, there's so many red flags I could so address with that kind of thing. Yeah, so just be careful. I hope you have other options out there than, the, you know, maybe this was just your heads up of what to watch out for so that when Mr. or Ms. Wonderful walks into your life, you won't miss that looking at Mr. or Ms. Red Flag, right? Okay, so that's what we're going to call it. Next part of the reading, by request. If you are single and not looking, let's get some advice for you in this reading, okay? Single and not looking. Just kind of taking a break, taking a healing, right? Let's get you some advice, maybe some observations. We'll just see what shakes out, okay? All right, here we go. I'm going to cut these a couple of times, all right? This Wheel of Fortune, you saw, okay? Did I not shuffle this deck? Some of you are feeling stuck. A lot of you gems are feeling stuck. I mean, I got this Wheel of Fortune in reverse again, man. Whoa. Okay. You know, well, okay, maybe this is a timeline. Maybe that's what this is, because this almost is like a chronological thing. I see stuck, Wheel of Fortune. I see Devil reversed. That can mean one or two things. And then I see Two of Cups in the upright. Kind of interesting because, okay, since we're talking completely single and not looking, I'm going to look at it just like that. Okay, I think there was a time, or, you know, you may be anywhere on the timeline I'm about to throw out here. So hear me out. Okay, at some time, there was a feeling of being stuck, okay? You dealt with a drama king or queen, okay? Maybe a lot of deception, self-imprisonment, okay? But you started to come out of the drama. The Devil reverse can mean both of those things, okay? So we're going to take it as a timeline. And, okay, Two of Cups traditionally is an important union, but we're talking about healing here. So it shows, to me, how I'm going to read this for you is coming into union with you, which is beautiful. You finally catch up with yourself. Okay, I don't know where you are in this, but I can tell you that if this is, you know, if this resonates with you, you know, then certainly I think you're on the right path. You know, I'm going to give you the advice associated with these cards. The Devil in the advice, okay? Advice on the cards is a little bit different than like the meanings when you're just like, you know, doing divination. Advice is different. But it does come out because you need it, okay? So hear me out. The Devil card, the advice on that is show spunk and speak your truth, okay? Stand up for yourself, right? Speak your truth in love, but don't compromise a bit of the message, and that can be done. It takes practice, okay, I promise, but you can do it. Interestingly, the Two of Cups says the same thing. Speak from your heart, right? Speak your passion, you know, take the steps associated with where you want to go and what you want to align with. And the Wheel of Fortune is all about trusting the process, right? Flow with the universe. How many times have you heard me give this analogy? I'm going to give it one more time. You know, for those of you who are tired of hearing it, just, you know, humor me or, you know, fast forward 15, 20 seconds while I tell these folks. But anyway, okay, here it goes. Walking with the universe. Picture a river, the river current. River currents are generally very strong and they're going in one direction, right? When you step into that river, okay, you know, the river current, if you step against it, like in opposite the direction of the river flow, right? There's resistance, okay? If you turn around and you exert that same amount of energy to take a step in the same direction, you're going to go further. Why? Because you're assisted literally from the movement, from the energy, I love this, so pretty, from the energy of the river, okay? That's the difference in how it feels to know that you are where you're in that 1111 place, you know, at the right time, the right place with the right people, right? You're there, you know, and so, you know, I hope that kind of helps, you know, explain a little bit, you know, in a 3D example, the best way I can use. Oh, that one flew out. Okay, so here we go. Let's look at your family, okay? And we are going to see about getting some advice, observations from that, okay? All right, family, because I think it's so important, you know, and I don't know that a lot of readers are doing this, but I can tell you, to me, you know, I know for me, family is a big, big part of what, you know, makes you who you are, okay, from day one. So certainly, you know, all of that impacts how we interact with everyone else in our lives, right? On the job, with our romantic partners, right? Okay. All right. Family. Here we go. All right. Well, all right. So this is kind of interesting. All right. We have the Nine of Wands in the reverse, which speaks to needing to avoid fighting a losing battle and do not be competitive. Okay, fire energy, earth, and water for what it's worth. Again, zodiac signs, whatever, you know, maybe not. But, you know, it's almost like you need to question what you're doing, right? Why you're going down a rabbit trail, if you are, okay? You know, you have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, somebody needs to discipline themselves, right? Behaving as if you're already successful, right? Move with authority, trust yourself, right? And don't go to others for approval, okay? You know, don't doubt yourself, right? Don't take advantage of a situation just because you can, okay? You've got the Eight of Cups, okay? It is in the reverse. So, of course, that does speak to having healed old wounds, right? And the advice on that is make sure to heal old wounds. Do not neglect your shadow work, right? Look at your motives for everything you do. You know, you don't want to be self-serving, and you certainly don't want to be pessimistic. And all of those things are in the advice card associated with the Eight of Cups. But, you know, I think if you do the energy work, you're going to find a resilience. I mean, the Eight of Cups in the reverse, there's a traditional meaning when that comes out in the reverse, it speaks to resilience, okay? You don't become resilient until you know that you are. And how do you learn that you are? Because you bounce back from some pretty bad trauma. Okay, so this is kind of an encouragement that you got what it takes, all right? You're resilient, and the cards think so too. Okay, so the next part of the reading has to do with your money. This is if you are employed, looking for a job, looking for a promotion, self-employed, or considering self-employment. Just take what advice might resonate that comes out as it relates to your coins, right? All right, let's take a look-see. All right. All right, Gemini, money advice. Seven of Pentacles, abundance, the High Priestess, all about, okay, I love this. Seven of Pentacles does speak to this. Have patience, okay? Understand, this is a long-term thing. It is all about slow and steady wins the race. And, you know, the Seven of Pentacles, for many readers, is the card about divine timing and patience. And that you are going to see abundance if you will just trust the process, right? You know, don't take foolish risks, right? Be careful with your money. Certainly, you don't want to be greedy, you know, but, you know, just be prudent with the way, you know, use your money wisely, right? Okay? The High Priestess is all about using your intuition, all right? Going inside, doing the meditation. The High Priestess is a very spiritual card, okay? Very spiritual card. Do the self-work. That's the advice there. I love the next one. Okay, the advice on the Tower is this. You know, the reason for Tower moments, and, you know, I don't know how, you know, how many of you have watched me for any length of time, but Towers are really good. They're not pleasant most of the time, and they're often abrupt, okay, and shocking many times. But here's what happens in the 3D when you have that Tower moment. It is literally, the meaning of that card is literally this: the toppling down of something built on false beliefs, right? Shifting sand, House of Cards. Well, it's not going to last anyway, and it's, you know, the situation is not good. So the advice on it, and what it's doing is clearing the way so you can build something solid on your foundation, right? I even talk about the Tower in, I don't know, it was a video I did recently. It was either the Shadow Work one or the Twin Flame one, I can't, or, you know, Soul Connection, I can't remember. But anyway, it's so that it's good because it's clearing things out, you know, of your way, right? So that you can build something strong and heal, okay? So the advice on the Tower card is, look, when the towers fall, let them fall. Let them fall. Trust the process, all right? And accept the situation for what it is, and take the time to see all the truths that you need to know about it, okay? So that's kind of what, you know, the Tower is all about. The last part is a deck that I made, not, you know, the other day. It has sayings on it that mean a lot to me. Some of them are quotes, and I try to credit whenever I know that it is a quote from someone. But these have meaning to me, and I'm going to look for this for you Geminis, okay? Oh, wow. Okay, this is Mark Twain, and I'll show it to you. But anger is an acid that can do more harm to the vessel in which it is stored than anything on which it is poured. Whoa. Think about that. And if you felt that, go check out my shadow work videos if you haven't already done so, okay? Anger is a very, very, when left and stored in that shadow self, okay, your subconscious that you don't even know about, very, very dangerous, very toxic, okay? You're gonna bleed on people who don't cut you if you don't get that anger under wraps, right? Taken care of, addressed, acknowledged, and integrated, okay? That's what it's all about, working through the shadow. Okay, so Geminis, if you haven't already done so, I hope you'll subscribe to my channel. You can see how to book personal readings below if you like, okay? I wish you all much love, and I look forward to talking to you again very soon. Much love.